This is way better. Whoa. Excuses are for losers, not leaders. As I look around the room, I see all winners, so I'm confident it's going to be a great conversation. Today, I just want to embrace leadership with you all. So good afternoon, everyone. Of course, before I go any further, I just want to thank every individual in this room today for being here and spending your most valuable gift in life with me, which is time. I want to share that with you guys. I want to make it worth your while. Where's Jason? And of course, Jason, I want to thank Jason especially for giving me the opportunity and believing in me. I'm really grateful for this opportunity. I'm going to do what I have to do. So without any further ado, my name is Ronaldo Williams. I am a father, I'm a scholar, I'm a writer, I'm an entertainer, and I'm currently on a journey to becoming a social scientist. Okay, thank you. Unfortunately, this is my very first presentation, so I'm going to be going back and forth a lot. Pretty much, I'm going to be brief with my life story because, you know, although it's very interesting, and I assure you it is, but we don't have that much time, so I'm not going to bore you. This is my 4th semester at Hostos in the upcoming semester, which only means I have more work to do. Since my enrollment at Hostos, I've joined many clubs, I've joined committees, I've joined student leadership, I've joined initiatives, black and male initiatives, I've joined athletic, I've joined work study, research projects, I've traveled, and now I'm currently a senator for Student Government Association. As I look around, I see a lot of familiar faces, which means Hostos in the building. But what really means is I see a lot of leaders in the building and a lot of student representatives. I just want you guys to know that y'all all are the nucleus, y'all are the core of what makes institutions work. Schools, jobs, offices, buildings, whatever. We are the substance. So, with that being said, at part of student government, we came up with a target goal over the summertime. We met together, we collectively come up with a target goal. The goal was pretty much to build student life and campus life by increasing student activity and involving more students. So, in order for us to do this, in order for us to implement this, right, the first thing that we decided to do was work on student life. I don't know if any of you guys are aware, excuse me. As leaders, I'm sure you guys are. We have many clubs, committees and stuff like that of that nature. We have committees that pretty much are put together by faculty and students. We come together to talk about issues that involve students, protecting the students. It's for the students, and a lot of students are not aware of that, which is a problem. We also have many clubs here at Hostos, clubs such as the English Club. They meet together, they do poetry, they throw events, poetry events to showcase their talents. You have the Free to Be Me Club. You have all kinds of clubs to interest you that fits every individual's specific needs. And if there isn't a club that fits your, a specific need, you can create one. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this. This is just something that I believe that we're supposed to, as leaders, be involved with and pretty much share with other students in the school. Unfortunately, there are not a lot of students who show out at a lot of these events. There are not a lot of students who come to a lot of our club events. There are not a lot of students who come to the activities or who even join clubs. that's a problem. If we're not getting a lot of student activity or a lot of involvement from students in student activity, you can't expect for the faculty or the school to work for you. Because it is us, it is the students who actually create the plan for the faculty to follow for us, for the students. So if you have a problem as a student, there are offices, there are specific committees, people, individuals that you can actually go to and talk to fix that problem. Student government in itself, we are pretty much the students that represent the students. I don't see a lot of students coming to student government asking for advice or asking for help besides where's the, the lab, the computer lab, or, where's the gym. There are a lot of other things going on as far as books. There are things going on as far as discrimination in classrooms. There's just a lot of things going on in the school that student government, we're here for you guys, the students, and we need the involvement. So me speaking to you guys today as leaders, specifically, I'm asking you guys a question. Are we leading? Leaders, are we leading?
Yes.
I believe we are, but I believe we're going to do better after this. So I just want to explain a little bit more about the clubs. Why? Because I believe that the clubs are very important when it comes to campus life and student life. I believe that clubs are a way for students to build social skills, to learn, to basically build genuine relationships. Relationships that can last you a lifetime with people of like-minded interests. These clubs also are ways for students to learn how to organize, strategize, and be creative. As well as some people use the clubs as somewhat of a sanctuary. Because in the midst of family, school, and work, and etc., which of course is very necessary, a sanctuary is necessary because a lot of times, like myself, I'm sure you guys go through it as well, we're overwhelmed. We feel like we can't escape. It's class, it's family, it's the job. It's always something going on. You might need a space for yourself. You might need someone to talk to. Where would you go? Where can you go in the middle of a school day? Do you want to just run away and leave your academics behind and never return? Because a lot of us feel that way. We just want to leave and never turn around. But when you have a club now, if you join a club, if you have a club of your interest, something that you want to do, not something that someone made you do, something that you like. People that are like-minded individuals such as yourself, you have somewhere to go. You have someone to talk to. You have a place to re-strategize, reorganize, and then re-enter your classroom and continue. So that's what a club for me, that's why clubs are important for me. And I think they're important for us all. So leaders, are we leading?
Yeah.
Okay, I believe so. I just believe that we're gonna do better. So, sorry guys, I'm so sorry. Now we have athletics. We have a basketball team, a women's basketball team. And I wanted to touch on this. We have a women's basketball team. These guys are champions, like regional champions, state champions. I mean, that means they are the best in the nation, right here at Hostos Community College.
Yeah.
I think that's very big, super big. The problem is, no one goes to their games. It's 20 to 30 students in the stands, and it's probably all of you guys because we're the leaders and we do stuff like that. But no, it's really a sad thing because how does that look on behalf of Hostos? How does that look on behalf of, how do you think those girls feel going out there putting all that work in, putting their lives on the line? Because honestly, that's their lives out there. They're dedicating their whole entire, energy, their time, their family, their everything, their fun to do this and to be the best at it, and they are. But none of us support them, but yet, we're all students of Hostos. We're all a student body. Something is wrong, and we're leaders. I'm speaking specifically to you guys in this room. Whoever's, like I said, I recognize a lot of faces. Who, by the raise of hands, who isn't from Hostos? Okay. So majority, how you guys doing? Majority of you guys are from Hostos? Yeah. So it's fair, okay. Because I don't mean to be like, you know, I'm not trying to like specifically just talk to Hostos, I'm talking to everyone. But as a representative of Hostos, it's good to see that most of us in this room are from Hostos, because this is important. I would like for everybody after this talk today to go back to Hostos and implement some of these things that I have for you guys today. So I put together a few tips, but before I get into that, I just wanted to ask you guys a few questions. It's a quick activity, right? So by the show of hands, how many people in this room knows everyone in the room?
I know that.
By the show of hands, how many people in the room generally made an attempt to get to know everyone in the room? Well, by the show of hands, how many people who took the initiative, how many people actually took the initiative to know everyone in the room? Go leader, go leader, go leader. That's the leader right there. Leaders, are we leading? I believe we're going to do better. Because leaders, we are leading, but we have to do better. Okay? Because everyone in this room is supposed to know each other in this room. I believe in Hostos. I've been here 4 semesters in my upcoming semester. And I noticed that one of our main issues here is communication. Okay? As a leader, I think that our most important job is taking the initiative. Okay? In order for you to be a leader, in order for you to take the initiative, you have to have self-confidence. You have to be brave. You have to believe in who you are as a person, as a leader. You have to know, I am a leader, I am somebody. So when you see someone, you don't be afraid to speak to someone. But if you don't believe that you are who you say you are, you're gonna be afraid. You're gonna be timid to speak to this person because you don't believe in who you are. As a leader myself, I believe that was what helped me pretty much evolve at Hostos. I communicate with almost everyone. There's not a person, if you know me, anyone in this room familiar with who I am, you guys know I don't let no one pass me in these hallways without saying hello.
Yep.
Nobody.
Yep.
Because communication is very important, guys. One of the problems that we lack in Hostos is communication. We are not vocal enough with each other. Before this day is out, I want someone in this room to go to a complete stranger in this room and introduce yourself and talk. And if that conversation leads to information being exchanged, great. If it doesn't, great. But meet someone new today. That's important. I want you guys to do that today for sure. So some of the tips that I want to leave you guys with before I get into the questions, right? I just want to leave you guys with these tips, right? So, leadership. Remember, guys, take initiative, right? I call it TLC, right? Because it's TLC, right? Taking initiative, leading, actually leading by example, and confidence. Confidence. These are the 3 major things that I want you guys to remember. Just having confidence, taking initiative, being the first person to start it, create it. You, everyone in this room, you be the first person to say, hello, how are you? Don't be afraid. Okay, these are the tips. And pretty much, okay, so ultimately that was it. So ultimately, student government, our objective this semester and the following and the upcoming semester will stay the same. Our goal is to increase graduation rate. We believe that with 100% commitment through you guys, the leadership, academy, student government, us as leaders, we work together collectively. We be more vocal. We become more vocal with our students. We promote more activities. We get them involved with more activities. Okay? We ourselves become more involved in activities. most importantly, we become more social with each other. Okay? We have to communicate with one another. Don't be afraid of each other. Okay? We are all leaders. Okay? And the only way that we can grow collectively as leaders is by loving one another and getting to know one another. If you consider yourself a leader today, the first, like I said today, before you leave this room, I want you to go up to a stranger. Before I leave this podium today, I want you guys to go to a complete, in fact, I want you to do it now, if that's okay. If you guys can, just give me 2 minutes. I want you guys to go to a complete stranger today, right now, right? And introduce yourself and start a conversation. You guys have 2 minutes. Very important.
I am Ercilia. Your name? Asma?
Hey, I'm in Germany.
What's your situation? I'm doing medical. No, my third. This is going to be my third. Oh,
Mine is food studies.
Okay, everyone. Finish up. All right, 30 more seconds, guys. I want to wrap this thing up for us. All right, so hopefully that exercise worked out swell. Hopefully everyone has a new friend, a new associate, and we can turn that into a beautiful relationship. So I ask one more time, guys. Leaders, are we leading? Yes, I believe we are. We're just going to do better. So I'm going to conclude, right? I just want you guys to know, right, with the tips I gave you guys, remember, just take initiative, lead by example, and be confident. Talk to everyone. Talk to everyone. Let's increase graduation rate together. Okay? Let's make more leaders. And we all come from a place where we don't talk to anyone. We all do. We all come from a place where we just don't talk to other people. But today, we are in a place where we can. Okay?
yes.
Any questions? Any questions? Thank you, guys. Oh, you have a question? Sorry.
What made you want to become a student in government?
For one, initiative. Nobody's gonna do it for me. And when you want things, when you have a desire for things, you want things, how do you get them? You have to do it yourself.
Go for it.
So I went for it. You know, I hope that answers your question. Yeah, I'm here for that. I'm here for that, for sure. Sid? Thank you, guys. I really, really, really appreciate it. I'm honored. Oh, hold on. Just one more question. I'm so sorry, guys.
How do you become a leader?
I mean, I was born that way, but no. So as far as what student government, student leadership academy, and life, what do you? Be more specific, sir.
How do you become a leader?
So in life, I assume. I guess you just you wake up, you follow your dreams. Like I said, like I think it's you're born. It's something that's born inside of you. So when you have that passion to want to be something in life, anything in life, what drives that passion? That is what makes you a leader. Whatever that it is that drives that passion. So for me, it was my bravery. It was my confidence. It was my, like I said, it was my courage to actually want to make a mistake. You know, like I didn't care. I didn't care if you judged me. I don't care I don't care. Because all I know is I want it. Yes. When you're driven by a passion, it makes you lead. It makes you lead the way. It makes you clear. You clear everything that's in your way to get to what you got to get, right? So, and that's when you develop the skills of becoming a leader. One more question? Hey, yes, one more question. Oh, Celia. Hello, Celia.
Ronaldo.
See?
Do you need to have a high GPA to become part of the government?
Is a 3.2 high to you?
No.
I don't think it is either. No. 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 Any other questions? If you want to join student government? Oh, simple. Just fill out the application. We do have interviews, right? We do interviews. I don't know if you have to go through the student leadership, do you? Because I went through student leadership. I started with Jason first. Everybody's process is different, so. Yes. Oh yes, most definitely. If you have something to offer, if you think that you can change, make a difference, you should definitely make an attempt to join. Sure. And it's not hard. One of the most important ways, one of the ways that you become a part of student government is definitely knowing people and people knowing you, because it's the people that actually vote you in. So if you're a pretty known student and everybody knows your activity and your work ethic, so you've been around Hostos already, you're not a student government, so you're not a member, but yet you're a volunteer member of other things around the school, and we know this. And you come to student government and you apply to work, you apply to be a part of the student government. We know your resume. You're someone that's been a part of this volunteer service. You've been here. You've been a part of this. Of course, you're going to be a prime candidate, right? Yeah. So that's pretty much how it works. Like my friend back there, she's a part of a lot of stuff. So. Any other questions, guys? One more question.
Suppose you are chosen to be a leader. What is the first thing to know?
Say it one more time, sir.
If you were chosen to be a leader, what is the first thing to know and to do?
That's a hard question. I don't know. I guess lead. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. I'm sorry, bro.
I think when you see things that you want to change and you change them, you are a leader.
Yes. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, man. It was a beautiful opportunity.
I want to acknowledge something that I acknowledged previously in the early part of the week, is that one of the sponsors for this event was the Student Government Association. So Kanai is here. She's a member of the Student Government Association. Members of the student government here volunteering and also speaking. Adama, who spoke to you the other day, is a member of the student government. Kumar Diaby was here, he's taking photos. There's a lot of members who have been here. Some will be coming in later as well. There's also some former members of student government here. If you have questions about the deeper value of student government, so Sandra May was president for 2 years here. Dario Peralta is back there. He was the president of student government and the vice president of student government. We have a couple minutes Dario just wanted to talk about the Alumni Board and what they're doing for the future plans for the Leadership Academy to maintain it and make sure that we survive. And his organization is actually, they made a contribution as well to our weekly workshops for food. And he'll give you some more information about that as well. So let's give a round of applause to that.
Right. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. So my name is Dario. I am an alumni from here. As Jason said, I was part of the student government as well. I'm very happy that the student government has been surviving for so long. Sandra May Flowers, former president as well. You actually were the president of the student government my first semester here. But yeah, I'm just here to hit a few points in this last few minutes. I'm not going to take much of your time. I love the Student Academy. I'm sorry, let me see. There we go. All right, so listening to the workshops this morning, and as I know, these past few days have been an incredible experience. You know, try to take in as much as you can. How many of you are not part of the academy yet? Okay, that's actually very good. This would be a very good first step into becoming a member, so you know what we're all about, what it does. I'm an alumni. I graduated in 2014, I believe, and this past semester I've graduated from City College, so I am not a grad student. And thank you. And really the importance of networking. I don't think anybody can emphasize enough how important networking is wherever you are, wherever you go, just talking to people. We'll be doing great in hitting those points, you know. Be out there. Become not only a leader, but a servant leader. You have to lead by example. It's very easy to delegate. It's very easy to tell people what to do. And I do it all the time through my job. But when it comes down to it, I have to get my hands dirty. I work in construction. I'm a project manager, but I'm also a licensed locksmith. And that's something that I did through Hostos, through their continuing education program. There are so many resources here that Student Life and the Student Government and the Leadership Academy just really push out there, because as students in a community college, we may think that we don't have much time. We have our own family to worry about. We have our own work to worry about. Some of these students just come in and out of their classes. They have no idea all the actual opportunities that are here. When I was here, I tried to exploit all those resources. I went down to continuing education. I spent 3 months in one of their classes, and I am now a New York State licensed locksmith, which I still do to this day. Thank you. And I work in construction now, but I also have this little company that me and a former student government student also created, and this is a nursing agency, basically, where, let me see, just really quickly, and like Jason said, we are sponsoring part of today, and I figured if we're going to sponsor someone, it might as well be the food, because it will be the best way anybody can remember us by. But what we do basically is that we hire all these different licensed nurses. We have certified nurse assistants, CNA, RNs, LPNs, PTAs, OTAs, housekeeping, and anything that has to do with nursing, we hire them. And it's basically me and my former colleague here, Walter Velez, who couldn't be here today because he couldn't get a day off, but he used to be a CNA, and we have plenty of people that we know that have graduated from Hostos as CNAs, as RNs, that have really moved up in the nursing ladder. And we figured that as a small customer service based company, we are offering very high rates to our own employees because we know the hard work the nurses put in, and it baffles me to this day, even though I'm in the business already, that some of the nurses are actually getting paid bare minimum in New York State. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So we are offering higher because we know what they deserve. So that's something that I'm doing with another member that has graduated from Hostos alumni, has graduated from City College. We both have our bachelors in psychology, and with a lot of background on nursing and on medicine. And you know, these are just some of the things that we have been able to do because of all the work that we put into the Academy. The Academy has done so much for us that now we are trying to give back to the Academy itself. And as an alumni, we have started this alumni board, I don't know what's the word you want me to use, Jason, alumni board works. An alumni board where we want to make sure that the current members of the Leadership Academy and of Hostos in general, you know, really fulfill whatever they're capable of here. We're all capable of great things. It's one thing to say we're capable, it's another thing to say that we're going to go down and actually do it. We may have a plan, but a plan is nothing until you actually execute it. I'm just going to wrap up here, just to give you a little taste of that. If anybody wants to talk, I'll be here all day for the rest of the day. I'll be here after the last workshop. We have 2 more incredible workshops that I love. So I'll be in the back. Just you may see me just by looking at the pin or the suits, since apparently people don't like suits here. But I'm very happy to see this great turnout. Jason, thank you for having me here. Thank you for allowing me to speak. And have the mic, please take it off me.
So don't be distracted by what's going on in the back. They're setting up for your dining etiquette. They're going to try to be as quiet as possible. And Jessica's here. She's going to start in a couple minutes as she ran out. So the light lunch was the pizza. I don't know if that's really light lunch because what's coming next is like apparently very heavy. When Geraldine gets here and does the dining etiquette, we have like a full like 3-course meal for you. God help us. And all of, well, it's actually you'll think you might not actually, hopefully you won't recognize it. It's actually it's the craziest workshop we ever tried to do. Because in the early days, the first time we ever did the dining etiquette, I said, I'll just serve everybody. So we had 60 people sitting at tables here, and I was running back and forth, sweating like a lunatic, bringing everything on platters and stuff. Things were spilling all over the place, and we got everybody fed. So then the next year I said, okay, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm just going to stand and watch you guys do it. And so the members of the Academy, the former members of the Academy, the alumni are going to be here to serve you. And Geraldine's going to teach you how not to embarrass me when you're out at a scholarship awards dinner, or at a gala, or at a meeting with the chancellor. Just to give you an example of what's happened, John Carlos knows this all because he's been there with me. Some people, they see chicken bone and it's like it's the most succulent thing they've ever met in their life. They have to make sure that they suck the marrow out of it. The president's right here, and the vice president's whispering in my ear. Did you not teach them anything? Or, people see spaghetti and it's like my 2-year-old, I have to slurp it because that's the most fun to get it. And it's tomato sauce is flying all over the place. Pieces of cake and how you eat pieces of cake upside down or around and with your fingers and stuff. It's just not really the way you're supposed to do it. So Geraldine is an expert. She's going to be here later on in the day, and she's going to talk to you about she's going to give you all the tips on how to dine. I'm sure some of you are expert diners. I don't have any doubt. It's just that, it's a very scary thing when you get out there and you're slurping the spaghetti. All right, cut that off.